Dear my darling son Kyle, I miss you so much. I'm having a delightful time here in New York. There are many things here in New York. I was reminded of you as I was walking home because as I was walking home I saw an 8-year-old boy selling papers. It made me sad because the boy was out there all night long. It made me realize how much I missed you. I ran into my boss the other day, George Westinghouse. If you don't know who that is, he's the guy who invented the Westinghouse companies. There are many inventions that he made. One of these inventions is a steam engine. This will make traveling a lot easier and faster. There are many children working around these ports. Most of the children are also working, and they're only 15. That's crazy, isn't it? There's also a lot of women working here too. A few months ago, there was only 4 million women working. Now the number of women working in the Westinghouse companies has doubled to 8 million. That's a lot, isn't it? Many women and children are working full-time jobs just to help pay for food and proper necessities. I hope to see you again soon, my darling son. I love you. Nathan Johansson.
My dear son Kyle, I am writing you for the reason that I really enjoy dedicating time to the human being I most love, and that is you, my son. It is tough out here working in these very hard working conditions, being so critical as people with disease and many sicknesses enter this job world. This adult life is not simple, but I do it for you, my son. Every time I head into so many kinds of people being so good, but some very addicted to money. Something new I found out a couple of days ago was that the guy that created the company Westinghouse made possible the evolution of light. In my previous letters, I mentioned the creator, George Westinghouse, one of the many fathers of the industrial movement going on now, also the creator of many inventions and the person that tested and made every new technology. As I was saying, the evolution of light went from a lighting candle to what we use now called the electric light bulbs. It is fascinating knowing this man only studying a few years of college, and he is now the person essential for our everyday lives. I am one of the millions of people immigrating to America because of the opportunity to have a job and living the American dream. We now struggle to communicate our concerns. What shall I do? I am in a thought situation. There are some groups forming for the cause of having better ways of living. With a change of hours, pay, and working conditions called labor unions, I've seen a change in some of the factories around. Some even got privileges, but others are facing a difficult time running into jobs that do not take people involved in these groups. I am awfully worried, but I do think about you day and night through these long hours. I pray for you, my love son Kyle. God's justice will be made upon his children. He has blessed me with you. I will continue to write you soon. Sincerely, your loving father, Nathan Johansson. My dear son Kyle, I hope you are doing fine. Know that I love you. I thought I should tell you how I've been since you asked me so much in your letters. Hope that you are opening my letters with a smile. My work is going well, but thought you should know some important concerns of mine. These wealthy businessmen are corrupt, and I worry that it may put people like myself out of a job. Luckily, there is a law called the Sherman Antitrust Act, larger corporations from creating monopolies. These businessmen are crafty and have fancy ways to prevent those of us from fighting for better wages. Somehow these men manage to loop around these laws. The only reason I speak of this, my son, is because I want you to know about these dishonest ways. I also would like for you to know that I am an honest worker and do my best to be a father to you, even though we are apart. With all my love, your father, Nathan Johansson.